Hello and good morning. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. I am very well. How about yourself?
Absolutely fantastic. And it's such a blessing to share a conversation with you because you are changing people's lives, not just today, but I have a feeling this is going to be a generational thing that's going to happen, that's going to go long into the years well beyond us.
That is what we're trying to achieve, lasting impact. So I'm glad you think that that's the case as well, because it's what we're trying to achieve.
One of the things that we need to do right off the start is there's got to be a website for viewers and listeners to go to so they can help you out. They can participate with everything that's taking place. And I don't want to forget to get that email address or website.
So the website is www.rescue.org/books for Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
That's where people can learn more about this project, can learn more about our work, and can also engage with our work.
There's so much destruction, disruption, but there's also calm, and people can find that through reading, can't they?
They can, and it is true that there is so much destruction. 2 years into this conflict, after the full-scale invasion of Russia, we now see more than 14 million people in need of humanitarian assistance. There are 3 million children that are in need of humanitarian assistance. 10 million Ukrainians had to flee their homes because of the violence and are now living in neighboring countries. The Ukrainian economy is in disarray, and there isn't really enough funding for humanitarian assistance. So the world is really grim for Ukrainians, and children often bear the brunt of these types of situations.
Yeah.
So to have a project that helps children deal with the circumstances, takes them out of that world for a little while, has been really important for us.
You know, when you talk about humanitarianism, one of the things, we always think of the food and the clothing and the water, but we don't ever think about the books. You've got to be able to have a place where they can learn communication and where they can learn lessons in life.
That is so true. I mean, 40% of the schools in Ukraine are destroyed. 1 out of 2 Ukrainian school children is not going to school right now. And that is the same for the 1.3 million children that lives outside of the Ukraine. And so their access to education, their access to books in their own language has been so limited. And that's where this project really makes a difference.
Does this open the door for authors around the world to participate?
Well, we clearly hope to generate an impact through this project, and we hope to make more people enthusiastic for projects like this. And if you see how children in London reacted to the distribution of books and how they immediately engaged with them, if I imagine myself to be a writer, I would want to be associated with a project like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I am an author and I'm going, why am I not participating with this?
Well, that is a good question then. We should talk.
I wish you could see our neighborhood. For 2 years, sir, we have flags in support of Ukraine. And there's so many reasons why. One of them, Joe Lindsley is still over in Ukraine right now as a journalist and refuses to come back. He's over there to help the people of Ukraine. And then we have Ukrainian families here, and we are all united. And so to be blessed with this opportunity to talk with you, I can't wait to sit down and share it with them.
Yeah, no, I think that's a wonderful idea. There are at the moment more than 176,000 Ukrainians in the United States that came through the United for Ukraine program that are being hosted by sponsors and by the families that you were just describing. And we imagine that a lot of these families would also really benefit from, projects like this. Would benefit from more volunteering support, really from any effort that can help them integrate in their new environment. The IRC has 29 offices in the United States. We work a lot with volunteers and with local communities to welcome Ukrainians and other people that have come here fleeing violence. So I think you made a very important point there.
Yeah. You speak of the book distribution. Does that also include apps where the children and adults can download books? Because I'm one of those Kindle people. I like it on, in a book form, but I also like it on the Kindle.
Yeah, there is definitely electronic distribution of the book is available as well. We actually have a partner, the Endless OS Foundation, that helps us do just that. Because some people read books, other people read books in apps and through digital means. Yep. And we really wanted to make sure that we could reach people, wherever they are in their reading trajectory. And of course, the digital distribution also expands the scope of a project like that in ways that a physical distribution, could not.
What have you learned from this? Because you have to be a student, because I've never heard of anything like this in history. You are the student and you're teaching the rest of us.
So what I've learned from the children, is that, the joy of reading, being able to be connected to books is so important. It's a simple, humane act, but it is so powerful.
Yeah.
But what I've also learned is that, supporting children, Ukrainian children and refugees requires partnerships like the one that we now have with HarperCollins, with the creative arts agencies, and with the Endless OS Foundation. No one could have done this just by themselves. It really required these organizations to come together in the shared objective of supporting children in conflict. And so, there are a lot of learnings for us in this project as well.
Wow. Please come back to this show anytime in the future. This platform belongs to you, and we can reach the world through it.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
You be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you.